Songwriting for me, although it's the hardest part, is the search for truth. And sometimes it takes writing a song about something to figure out what I really believe about something.
With the work that I'm doing now, the most important part is the engagement with communities. I'm doing works that have to do with environmental issues, so being able to have artwork that's out in underserved neighborhoods and working in communities myself, being there is really important to me.
The thing that I find to be important about my art is I feel like that it engages with that project of communication and inspiration for viewers.
As a teacher, I would say the most important thing I do is I have been very lucky in being able to inspire people to move.
If you just concentrate on trying to communicate an idea or a feeling or some part of yourself through, say, a visual piece of art, it becomes pure, and you become, you're really connecting with all of humanity, or at least even if it's just one other person.
I think it requires us to be honest about who we are and who we hope to become, and there's no faking art. It forces us to challenge ourselves to be better people.
Letting other people see the beauty in the form of letters. It's a different kind of art form, so I enjoy celebrating the alphabet.
In the beginning of my journey, I thought of things that were most important is creating the work itself, but that was the beginning of a journey as an artist. But as a career artist, it's making the contributions, historically recording my visual story, and as well visually and aesthetically pleasing myself and the people who look at the work.
I continue to try to capture, mostly for not just my own enjoyment, but many of my paintings have been donated to libraries out here, to hospitals in the area, and I hope that the people in those facilities have enjoyed looking at them.
Exploring color, I think. For me, color is the most important part of the whole artistic scene going on in my head.
For me, the most important part is the performance.
I write plays that educate, entertain, and serve. I usually write on social issues that I care about as a woman, citizen, and human being.
I believe the work that I do with teenagers, inspiring them to continue being artists and inspiring them to achieve the most with their creativity, I believe that's the most important part of what I do.
Trying to open the kids' mind to not just new things, but to everything.
The creation, the exploration, and the sharing.
Keeps me sane.
Most important part of what I do as an artist, a performing artist, is meeting people and connecting with people, because my art connects with people, and to motivate people, to cross barriers, to break prejudice that people might have about artists, or that people might have in relating to art.
I, being an artist, can provide art for people to identify themselves with, to enjoy themselves, to cry with.
One of the most important things I do is, because I'm working in an art form that is a craft and I'm taking it to a fine art level, it's actually keeping certain concepts and ideas of art alive, and also trying to make the idea of a craft artist not just being someone who's crafty or can make something with their hands, but that can also be considered fine art, something worthy of hanging on someone's walls or being in someone's museum.
A lot of my work is fireplace screens, and consequently, the fireplace is the hearth, the soul of the home, and it goes right back to our primal existence, where gathering around that campfire, after the work of the fire was done, then we felt a sense of security, and that opened up conversation, which contributed to growth of society.
I saw over time how the work changed people and how it could move people. So then it became a lot about exploring for me, a lot about working collaboratively with an audience to find something out that we didn't know before it started, and to give people a chance to go in sort of open to forgetting what was going on in their own lives and something individual and participate in something collective, which I think becomes the most important part of my work.
Not just me, but I think artists maybe see the world with more clarity or differently than other people do, and I would like to think that the artwork I create helps other people see the world the way I see it.
For me, the actual seeing of the scene, when I first come upon a scene and I look at it and I say, that would make a wonderful photograph.
As soon as I finish an album, I immediately set to work about writing a new suite of songs, you know, string quartet or anything like that. Just anything that will keep me moving and keep the artistic, you know, juices going. That's the most important thing to me.
I think the most important part of what I do is continuing to do it.
I think it's the learning.
Giving voice to a playwright's vision and being true to a character and being honest on stage and making people laugh.